So this video is going to be about the law of correspondence, really breaking down what it actually means in a practical form and taking it out of like the mumbo jumbo of as above, so below, what does it mean, and really showing you what it means, how to utilize it, and how to bring it into your full awareness, and how to really target and really improve your life dramatically with just a simple fundamental understanding of the law of correspondence. Uh, the law of correspondence is as follows: as above, so below; as above, so above; as within, so without; as without, and so within. And so, let's talk about what they actually mean. All of these words, okay? The above refers to the heavens, the macrocosm of the world, while the below refers to the earth, the physical plane, or the human soul. The outer represents reality, or the real life, the life where we live, eat, pay bills, meet deadlines, and interact with others. And so the without represents the outer world, and the within represents the inner world. So let's go back. As above, so below; as below, so above. So that means as is something similar or something like it. So to say that something is above is saying it is similar to above. And so is to differentiate it, to say like, well, so is this or so is that. It's just another word to compare. So if something is above, then so be it, it is below. And so we need to understand what that means, because in this world, we are taught to think that everything is external and everything is outer. And this is done by design. Now I'm going to just go ahead and explain it real quick so we can build upon it. So if I was to teach you that everything in your life was about the mirror's reflection, and you had to change your life by adjusting your mirror's reflection, but just simply engaging in the mirror, like trying to touch the mirror and like change yourself by just touching the mirror, because that's your outer reality, the mirror and the reflection. It would be smart to change the reflection by doing something. So say for instance, you want to have lipstick on and you want your reflection to show that you have lipstick on. There's no way that the reflection can put on lipstick. It would have to take your inner reality or the perceiver to say, okay, let me grab some lipstick and put it on, so the reflection can be seen. And so this is what we're talking about: as above and so below. You cannot change the reflection. You have to change the thing that is perceiving and looking into the reflection. We want to talk about some definitions or some words so we can kind of get a context and really have a vocabulary when we're discussing these things, and so we can know what these words actually mean. So too often I see people throw around words that they don't even know what they're meaning or what they're even talking about. So the law of correspondence is actually based off the word correspond. And for me and you to have a correspondence with each other, we would have to be in tune in some type of way. Whether I called you, whether it be telepathically, whether, we're having just a simple conversation, we're corresponding. And any time that you correspond with something, that means that it is a match that you exactly and almost agree to one another. So you know how you correspond to human beings, but you don't correspond to squirrels unless you correspond to squirrels. And then you and squirrels have a correspondence. But we don't all have a correspondence with squirrels, just you do. And so you have to understand that the things that you hate is a match to you vibrationally and energetically. So everything that you feel is a correspondence to you, and it is a match to you. So the law is something that governs you whether you know it or not. The same way if you murder someone, okay? If you murder someone, You cannot use the excuse, well, say, I didn't know that it was against the law for me to murder someone. That is not an excuse. The same way as the law of not knowing that everything is exact and everything is right, and you don't know that that's a law, and you don't know that everything is connected, it's not an excuse. If you don't know that your depression is connected to something that you're doing and not an external reality. The mirror can't make you depressed. It's the person who's reflecting into the mirror that's making you depressed. The reflection can never make you depressed. What you're seeing is making you depressed. So the thing to do is to change what is actually what is reflecting, okay? Don't try to change the reflection. That's retarded. Paradox. Seemingly absurd and self-contradictory statement or proposition that when investigated or explained may prove to be well-founded or true. So the law of correspondence is a paradox. A seemingly absurd statement that everything is connected. That's absurd. Everything is not connected. But the more that you investigate exactly what I'm talking about, you will find that this paradox is actually true. Because everything that is connected to you is exact. Everything that you understand to be true is a law of your own personal correspondence. See, when the ancients wrote and the ancients spoke, they didn't speak to the masses of people. And so when we have these conversations in consciousness, this is not something for you to take in so you can go tell some niggas about it. This is some stuff that you can start to work in for yourself. I'm speaking to the individual. I'm speaking to the listener. Not speaking to the masses or a collective group or a sisterhood or a brotherhood or none of that weird ass shit that you need to depend on other people for your inner sanctity and your inner harmony. But the understanding is that it's completely inner and understanding. So if you want to truly understand the law of correspondence, you have to understand it as a paradox. First, it starts off as seemingly absurd and completely unquestionable to think that everything is connected, that I can change my life by changing my inner vibrational frequency. It must be something external. It must be a job that I must have a job. I must have a sugar daddy, or I must have a girl that's ready to cash out a moment's notice. I have to depend on somebody. I have to have this. I have to either depend on somebody. I have to depend on my grades. That's why college is so important. Because I have to have that. I have to have people to know that I'm smart. Okay? Paradox. Seemingly absurd. But the more we investigate our reality, the more that we find that it's true. But we're going to talk about it. We're not done. A phenomenon. A fact or situation that is observed to exist or happen, especially one whose cause or explanation is in question. Why are you here? It's a fucking phenomenon. You don't know why you're here. You don't know why you're on this planet. That should be the question that fucking drives you insane every fucking day. Why am I here? Why do I exist? Because if you know, please tell me in the comments. Because this is the question. This is my 102nd video. This is my 102nd video on YouTube. And every single video, I've been asking the question, why am I here? So the law of attraction, consciousness, is the study of asking the question, why am I here? Do we ever find the answer? We never find the answer. We never know the purpose of life. We just go and we try to figure it out, man. It is a journey. It is not a destination. So you can miss me with your goals and what you want to attract in life and the types of relationships that you think you need and the type of children that you think you want and the type of house that you think you want to live in and the type of neighborhood that you wish you was at and the type of car that you want to drive. You can miss me with it. Because this is about soul work. This is about tapping into the living soul. This is about dealing with the perceiver and not the reflection. We not going to let that go. We going to have y'all fully understand this. Because once we start to understand that what we see is a reflection of what we're doing, then we won't worry about what we're doing. We'll worry about what we're actually putting in front of the mirror. To discern, to perceive, or to recognize something. So the whole goal of everything that we do, everything that we talk about at hoodmystic.com is to perceive the soul in the midst of all of this humanity bullshit that is clearly for the fall. It's all momentarily stupid shit that if you really talk about it, you're really stressed out trying to figure it out. You always trying to hold up, the facade of look at me, I'm a successful business person. I have a wonderful life and a wonderful family. Or you just want that shit. It's either or. You out here fronting like you got it, or you really desperately want it. But you wanting the shit that people is fronting like they got. So where is everybody going with this humanity shit? So we not trying to get there. We trying to discern the humanity from the soul, the whole gate, the whole conversation. We not coming to this thing like we know. We come to this thing like we trying to figure it out. That way you won't lose because you trying to figure it out. You niggas know everything and you're all wrong. Let's talk about it. Life. What is life? What is something that's living versus something that's dead? The thing that is dead is the thing that doesn't change. The thing that is living is the thing that is constantly changing. We have to look at the fetus to understand the concept of life. Or the baby. Not even the child. Because once you become a child, you're through. Because then once you're a child, you just know everything. You want crackers. You want broccoli, Steven? No, I want candy. That's what's best for me. Steven, you don't know what's best for me. Yes, I do. I want candy. And then when you niggas get grown, guess what the first thing y'all do? Get shitloads of candy. Because you obviously know what's best for you and you always knew what was best for you. Trying to relive all this inner childhood shit. Grown as fuck. Soon as you get some money, what you want to do? Relive that inner childhood shit. And thinking that's going to make you happy. You niggas getting race cars and shit. Okay? But once you get that race car, you stop living. You ever seen the nigga stuck in 1976 with his goddamn muscle car and shit? He dressing like he in 1976. His garage smell like 1976. His whole swag is 1976. But he think he killing shit. But he's stuck in 1976. Because he made his goal be something physical. To say, man, when I get these motherfucking Dapper Dans, that's it. I'm killed like I ain't never. Once I get this fro, nigga, it's over. But shit is evolving. He's still walking around this bitch with platforms and motherfucking what's them pants? Bell bottoms and platforms, and your shit look like blouses. But you stuck in a time warp. Cause you had a physical goal. You wasn't thinking about evolving. Once you get your physical goal, you got it, my nigga. Whatever you want. You want a relationship? Here. You got it. Now let's try to grow that relationship. Let's have a successful relationship. Let's have a happy relationship. Let's even have a relationship where we fucking. Cause a lot of y'all in relationships right now with people that you wanted to be in a relationship. Now you 10 years deep and y'all ain't even fucking. Is that what you wanted? How many of y'all wanted a business? Quit your job. Now you gotta function on the business level. Now you gotta pay all the bills. Now you gotta pay all the employees. Now you owing money, but you ain't even making money. At least at your job, nigga, you was making you had some money to take home with, and you ain't have to worry about shit. At least you had money when you had a job. Now you in the red. So we want to constantly change and constantly evolve. So it's not to say that owning a business is a bad thing, but owning a business ain't going to be the end of all, be all of my destination in life. I might have to stop owning that business and get me a job at McDonald's real quick just so I can function or survive, so I can do some shit that I really want to do. Because it ain't ever was about owning a business or having a job in the first place. That was something that I thought I wanted. Okay? Constantly changing, constantly evolving. Let me talk about the fetus one time. Because the fetus, the fetus is alive because the fetus is constantly growing and evolving and understanding. Huh? Heart is beating and the blood is moving throughout the baby's body and it's just constantly growing and constantly evolving. You niggas, though, go to work, come home, watch TV, eat, go to sleep. Go to work, go home, watch TV, eat, go to sleep. Might go out on Friday. Might go out on Saturday. Go to church on Sunday. Go to work, go home. Watch TV, go to sleep. That's not living. So, the mirror effect, or unus mundus, or the unity of all things, is the law of correspondence, which is an actual fact that we're under. So this is what happens with our people. We wake up, we look in the mirror, and we say, ugh, I don't like that reflection. That reflection need to do something. So every day we look up in the mirror and we look and we say, ugh, I don't like that reflection. That reflection better do something. What can I do to change my reflection? Because the reflection in the mirror represents the outer world. The outer world represents where we work, where we live, where we pay bills. That part of our reality is just a simple reflection. Okay? You understand that? Engaging in that shit is impossible. The reflection can only, if you go right, it can go right. If you go left, it can go left. It moves how you move. So if you got a problem with the reflection, then you have a problem with how you moving the symbols that you're giving it. It's your responsibility in the inner world, in the interior, to engage. Because as simple as you ever looked in the mirror, hate the way your hair was looking, but did nothing about it? Just said, I hate my hair, and just walked out the fucking bathroom, or walked past somewhere and seen yourself looking crazy and just said, you know what, I don't care. It's the same way as you complaining about your love life, because your love life is a reflection of you. The same way about you complaining about your place in life, because your place in life is a reflection of you. And there's nothing that you can do in the realm of you and reflection. The only thing that you can do is in the realm of inner work. So, the physical is the mirror. The spiritual is you looking into the mirror. The etheric, astral, and mental bodies is everything in between. So let's break down physical. Physical is the actual mirror. It's like glass. It has a reflective surface and it looks real. The etheric is the energy that gets the body to moving and things of that nature. It gets shit going. It's energy, basically. The astral is more of a spatial reality where it's the body that's in our dreams, or if we want to do out of body experiences and things of that nature, or tantric sex and things of that nature, or even just being super horny. That's more astral energy. The mental is how we perceive all of it and put it all together. We understand our unconscious mind. We understand our physical mind. We want to get up, go to work, do this, meditate, blah, blah, blah. Mentally, we got it, we grasp it, we understand it. And from the mental, all things is mental. You got to look at the first video, the law of mentalism, to understand that all things is mental, because all things mental come from the spirit. But if you listening to what your mama say or your grandma say, that's from them in their world. And that's the outer world. That's the reflection. It's not everybody's mental is spiritual. It's your divine inner knowing that's spiritual. And so it's just macrocosms and microcosms that we're trying to work with and fully understand. We can't change the mirror. We cannot change the reflection. We can't change the things that we don't like about ourselves with engaging in the mirror. We have to deal with the inner reality. And that's what we need to discuss, because that's the only thing that we can change. So something seemingly unrelated to another thing can have an influence on it, believe it or not. Something that you do in the inner world could very well change how the whole reality is perceived. Because if you redecorate your bathroom, now your whole reflection is completely different. And that's just changing the way that you think about things, changing the way that you look at things, changing the way that you act, changing the way that you treat people, telling people, you know what, I forgive you, telling people, you know what, I love you, telling people, you know what, I can't stand your ass, get the hell out of my life. That's redecorating the bathroom. So once you do redecorate the bathroom, you have a whole completely different outlook on the whole bathroom. You don't have a shitty bathroom no more because you changed the bathroom. Instead of looking at this bathroom like, I fucking hate this bathroom, I hate the way I look. Well, change it. If you hate your love life, change how you deal with it and change the way you understand about it. If you hate your money situation, change the way you handle your money. Correspondence. The reality that we're all connected. The reality that all things are connected. Explains parapsychological phenomena like magic and law of attraction. Because if you think, I have no friends, no one likes me, guess what? That's what you attract. And it's people that feel that way and attract that way and hate the way that they feel and hate what they attract. But they never change the way that they begin to address the situation. People love me. People love my wonderful personality. Or maybe even read a goddamn book on how to become more likable and more sociable. Because that's possible too. I've done it. And I used to think negatively about myself, and that's what happens with spirit. You'll think away. I want to learn more about money. And spirit or somebody be like, you ever heard that book about wanting to learn more about money for niggas in the hood? You'd be like, damn, how many times have you been like, damn, I was just thinking about that. Thank you. I was just thinking about it. How many times have you niggas said that in the past year? Damn, I was just thinking about that. Damn, this motherfucker trying to read my mind. What Facebook be on? No. Well, yeah and no. Well, one, you're predictable. And two, you give off clues and hints all the time. This is parapsychological phenomena. You understand your psychology, then motherfuckers can't pinpoint you. They don't know how you coming. They don't know how you rocking. So they can't motherfucking prey on you. And that's how they got you in whole control, because they using the psychological approach. Because listen, because if I can control your psychological, meaning your psyche is your soul, if I can control your soul, then I can control your body. Okay? Understand that. If you have no understanding of your psychological components, then you have no understanding of your soul, because psyche just means soul. And that's what these people are studying. They ain't studying what you're thinking about. They ain't studying how you feel. They studying something much more powerful and much more grander. They studying your psychology, and since you're not studying your psychology, they can control you. They can be like, go watch Black Panther on February 16th, and your ass will be there. You can't think for yourself. You can't pull yourself back to think objectively in certain shit. Especially if your mom, soon as your mom and your daddy and your grandma call you and ask you for some shit, you all in a whole nother vortex. Your ass in church on Sunday morning talk about praise the Lord just because you're trying to make these niggas happy. You have no control over your reality, so you suffer. If the outer life isn't working well, look within and work on the inner reality. And that goes for anybody. Powerful, powerful shit. You can tell me all day how your husband ain't shit, and I tell you all day that that's the reality that you created. Every day I say my girl is amazing, my girl is perfect, my girl do everything I want her to do, even if she don't. Cause I'm trying to create the motherfucking reality of a perfect life in a perfect relationship. I don't... Is my relationship perfect? No. But do I say it is? Yes. All the goddamn time. How's your girl doing? She is fucking amazing. Last night I seen her walk on water, bruh. It was crazy. Bruh. She got 8 hands with the kids, bruh. Like, I be seeing she look like Lakshmi, bruh. Like, she be cooking, holding the baby, doing ABCs with Azor, talking on the phone. Lakshmi shit, bruh. Like, God level. My woman is all of that. Because that's the reality that I'm creating. Whether I got $2 in my bank account, whether I got $5 in my bank account, whether I got $5,000 in my bank account, guess what I'm always talking about? Wealth. Having billions and millions and trillions of dollars. It's just a normal conversation. Big boss shit, man. Because that's the reality that I'm creating. And it don't matter how much money I got now or whatever. I'm wealthy as fuck. Don't ever even worry about it. Don't ever even question about it. You want to ask me for something? Hey, I'm wealthy because I keep my money, not because I give it away. So don't ask me for shit either. Whether I got $2 or $2 million. You understand? I'm just creating my reality however I see fit. And anytime you try to flip it on me, I got a whole nother flip for you because guess what I'm doing? I'm creating my reality. Not yours, not my mama's, not my daddy's. But you got to work on this. You got to practice this. You got to talk about it. It's got to be your everyday conversation. Finally, last slide. Law of correspondence, man. This is super interesting. Everything without is within. Everything above is below. Between all things reigns correspondence. Whatever qualities a man does not recognize in himself will confront him in real life. What you don't recognize in yourself, hey, you a little freak. Maybe you a little gay. Don't go out hating gay people. Cause you gay. And they gay. Gay meaning happy. And you sad. And you jealous of happy people. Or you a real boss type, freaky type girl. And you want to be with multiple men. And want to be living a life and making money. Doing all types of stuff. But you scared as shit. So you want to go at everybody. It's certain people that go at people living a particular lifestyle that's not even in a lifestyle. Because they just hate that person. So they trying to figure out different ways to pull them down. It's going to confront you in real life whether you know it or not. This is all the shadow shit that you complain about, that you got problems with, that you just cast on people. Oh, such and such ain't getting it together. Oh, such and such ain't never gonna get her life together. Oh, such and such done did this. Oh, such and such done did that. That's really shit inside of yourself that you're not really coming to terms with. So it's easy to just project that on somebody else. But that ain't going, it's not going to last forever. And sometimes them chicken come home to roost. And that's why you see these niggas, I'm about to get off Facebook, y'all. Facebook is the devil. Let's talk about it real quick. If you a sexual deviant, that mean the internet is a whole palace of sexual deviancy for you to feast in. If you was a drug dealer, then that's the internet is a drug dealer paradise for you. Whatever you is, the internet is what you want it to be. So if you a depressed ass motherfucker, guess what the internet is gonna be for your ass? It's gonna be a place where you can come get your ass depressed even more. And cutting off the internet ain't gonna make you more or less depressed. Listen, the internet is a goddamn screen. Okay? If I cut the screen on or off, what the fuck is the difference? If I cut it on, it's only going to trigger thoughts that's already within me. You going to have to search and add motherfuckers that's going to have to bring shit into your reality. I'm not into motherfucking dogs and pit bulls and breeding pit bulls. So guess what I don't never see on my Facebook timeline? Fucking pit bulls and breeding shit. But if I was into that, guess what would always be on my timeline? If I was into the NFL, all my friends would be talking about the NFL and college basketball. So if depression is something that I feel as though, you know, Facebook is creating or the internet is creating, guess what, mommy? It ain't Facebook. It's you. It's so you. It's so you. And cutting off the internet and running from certain shit and feeling like, oh, okay. And I ain't saying that leaving Facebook alone is bad nor good. I'm saying it don't matter if you a depressed ass person on the inside. Everything that you see is going to be a reflection of the shit that's going on in you. And you might not even be able to handle Facebook because now everything that you see is a trigger of some shit that's already going inside of you. So it might be best for you to cut off Facebook so you don't be triggered. But that's not solving the problem. Because you may have to engage and be in situations that constantly trigger you. What's going to happen? You going to break down, start crying or some shit? Because you can't handle some shit on the external that you should have been handled a long time ago. So many times people call me, I'm about to break down.